Hi everybody, welcome to Royal Microbes. Today we can see the 5 kingdom classification. The living organisms in our world, they are classified into 2 kingdoms by Carolus Linnaeus. This is a 2 kingdom classification. The 2 kingdoms are kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. Later on, the 3 kingdom classification was proposed by Ernst Haeckel, and in this kingdom in this classification, the 3rd kingdom called Protista was introduced. This 3 kingdom classification has many drawbacks. Many of the organisms cannot be placed under these kingdoms. So, a 5 kingdom classification was proposed by R.H. Whittaker. Today we can see the 5 kingdom classification by R.H. Whittaker. The 5 kingdom classification, it was proposed by R.H. Whittaker in 1969. And he used the following criteria for the classification, that is the complexity of cell structure, complexity of organisms, mode of nutrition, lifestyle, phylogenetic relationships, etc. And the complexity of cell structure mainly includes whether the cell is a prokaryotic cell or a eukaryotic cell. Complexity of organism means the complexity of cellular organization, whether it is unicellular or multicellular. Then mode of nutrition includes whether the organism is capable of preparing food or it is depending on other organisms for their food, that is whether it is an autotroph or a heterotroph, and some of them are saprophytic agents, that is they are mainly depending upon the dead and decaying organic matter. Then 4th criteria, it is lifestyle, that is whether the organism is a producer in the ecosystem or a consumer or a decomposer. Then phylogenetic relationship includes prokaryotic to eukaryotic forms, unicellular to multicellular forms. These are the main criteria used for the classification by R.H. Whittaker. The 5 kingdom classification includes kingdom Monera, kingdom Protista, kingdom Fungi, kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. And in the 5 kingdom classification we can see the kingdom Plantae contain mainly plants, then kingdom Fungi, it mainly contain this fungus, that is molds, yeast and also mushrooms. Then kingdom Animalia, it is mainly containing animals including insects. Then Protista includes Euglena, then amoeba, etc. Monera includes all bacteria including cyanobacteria. Then first we can see kingdom Monera. The kingdom Monera, it includes mainly unicellular organisms and they are mainly prokaryotic organisms, that is they lack a well-defined nucleus and their nuclear membrane is absent, and the membrane bound organelles such as endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus, mitochondria all are absent in kingdom Monera, and these organisms can be seen everywhere and they are microscopic in nature. And they possess ribosomes. Ribosomes are the 70S ribosomes can be seen in this Monera, and they possess a cell wall which is formed of amino acids and polysaccharides. And they may be either autotrophs or heterotrophs, and these autotrophic forms may be photosynthetic or chemosynthetic forms. Then heterotrophs may be either parasites or saprophytes. And the mode of reproduction can be seen mainly asexual mode can be seen, that is mainly by binary fission. Then the main subgroups are archaebacteria and eubacteria. Examples are bacteria and blue-green algae. Second kingdom is kingdom Protista, and this kingdom they are unicellular and eukaryotic organisms. Unicellular eukaryotic organisms can be seen in Protista, that is they are having a well-defined nucleus, nuclear membrane, then membrane bound organelles all are present, and they have 80S ribosomes, and some of them have pseudopodia, cilia or flagella for their locomotion, and they possess autotrophic or heterotrophic mode of nutrition, that is they may contain either producers or consumers. And these Protista reproduce mostly asexually and also by sexual means. Sexual means include the cell fusion and zygote formation. The main subgroups under Protista are chrysophytes, that is golden algae, dinoflagellates, euglenoids and protozoans. Some important examples are amoeba, euglena and paramecium. Kingdom fungi. Kingdom fungi include mainly unicellular and multicellular eukaryotic organisms, and they may be unicellular. That is, one important example is yeast. Yeast is a unicellular organism. It is oval or spherical in shape. And multicellular filamentous forms can be seen. They are called molds. And these filamentous fungi, they are mainly formed of mycelium. The body of fungus, it is mainly formed of mycelium and spores. And this mycelium, it contains a tangled mass of hyphae. And these hyphae together form the mycelium. And the cell wall of the fungus, it is mainly composed of polysaccharides and chitin. And chitin, it is the structural foundation of this fungal cell wall. And the chitin, it is produced by chitin synthase enzyme present in the fungus. And they are distinct from plants that they do not possess photosynthesis, or they cannot do photosynthesis because they lack chlorophyll. Then fungi, they are mainly heterotrophic, and most of the fungi are saprophytes, that is, they are mainly depending upon dead and decaying matter. They play an important role in mineral recycling. Then some fungi are symbionts and some of them are parasites. And the symbiotic association can be seen, two types can be seen, that is either lichen or Mycorrhizae. Lichen means the symbiotic association of fungus with algae. That is the lichen, and we can see three types of lichens, fruticose lichen, crustose lichen, foliose lichen are some examples of lichens or some types of lichens. Then association of fungi with the roots of higher plants, it is called Mycorrhizae. We can see Mycorrhizae outside the root, inside the root, it is called ectomycorrhizae, endomycorrhizae. Sometimes we can see ectendomycorrhizae. And so we can see symbiotic associations, mainly lichens and Mycorrhizae in the case of fungi. Then reproduction in fungus, it is mainly by vegetative methods, that is asexual mode of reproduction mainly includes formation of spores. Asexual spores can be seen, budding, fission, fragmentation, etc. The main asexual spores are Sporangiospores, conidiospores, autotrophs and blastospores. And the sexual mode of reproduction, it is mainly by fusion of gametes, that is the male gametangia and female gametangia can be seen. And the male gametangium, it is called antheridium, and the female gametangium is called oogonium. And these sexual reproduction, we can see different types, that is, for example, gametic copulation can be seen, gametangial copulation, gametangial copulation and somatic copulation, and also one important type is spermatization. These are all coming under sexual mode of reproduction. And these fungi are also capable of producing sexual spores. Ascospores, Basidiospores Zygospores are some of the sexual spores produced by the fungus. But we can see some fungi which are lacking the sexual reproduction, or sexual cycle is absent. Such type of fungi, they are called imperfect fungi, or they are grouped under deuteromycetes. And some examples of fungi are yeast, that is unicellular fungus, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, it is having great economic importance. And molds can be seen, and also mushrooms. Mushrooms we can see edible as well as poisonous mushrooms can be seen. Molds mainly Penicillium, Aspergillus, Rhizopus, Fusarium, etc. These can be used for the commercial production of various important products. And they can also act as common laboratory contaminants, that is, both positive and negative aspects can be seen. Next is kingdom PLANTAE. Kingdom PLANTAE consists of mainly multicellular eukaryotic organisms, and the main specialty is that they have chloroplast. So they are capable of photosynthesis, and they are the primary producers, and they are autotrophic in nature. The cell wall, they have cell wall, and the cell wall, it is mainly formed of cellulose, and they exhibit high level of tissue differentiation and specialized body organs. Then plants, one important specialty is that they have two distinct phases in their life cycle. Alternation of generation can be seen. These phases alternate with each other. The diploid saprophytic phase and the haploid gametophytic phase can be seen. And the length of these diploid and haploid phases, it will vary among dissimilar groups of plants. Then plants, they reproduce through asexual vegetative propagation and also by sexual methods. And these include all plants, that is herbs, shrubs, trees, etc. all come under kingdom PLANTAE. Next is kingdom Animaliae. Animaliae, the kingdom, it includes mainly multicellular organisms, and they are heterotrophic in nature, and the animals are directly or indirectly dependent on food on plants, that is, they are the consumers. They are depending on the plants directly or indirectly for their food, including human beings. Then the mode of nutrition is holozoic mode of nutrition, that is ingestion, and many of the animals, almost all animals are capable of locomotion. They reproduce by sexual mode of reproduction. Important examples are insects, birds, animals, human beings, etc. That's all about Whittaker's 5 kingdom classification. Hope you all understand the session. Thank you. Have a nice day.